Now, this Power News Spotlight on Health, managing chronic disease healthcare options, pharmaceuticals, and affordability. And as John McCann reports, COPD oftentimes determined by where you live.
Plenty of science out there about zip codes as social determinants of health. For example, where you live has something to do with whether or not you might develop chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or COPD.
We see that typically, depending on where you live, there is a kind of a higher incidence of smoking, and as a result, when there's a higher incidence of smoking, you end up seeing a higher incidence of COPD. So the southern states, the Midwestern states, tend to have a higher incidence of COPD, and part of that is, again, because there's more smoking in those regions.
That's Dr. Bobby Mahajan, the medical director of interventional pulmonology and national spokesperson for the American Lung Association. He said where people live impacts their access to information about COPD, and where people live specifically by race can also be tracked by zip codes, highlighting the correlation between geography and COPD.
Black and Hispanic individuals tend to have a higher incidence of smoking and a higher incidence of COPD as well.
I'm John McCann for the Power News Radio Network.
And I'm Jerry Scott on the Power News Radio Network.